Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Am I audible? Yeah. Excellent. So, modern CFO and changing growth mindset. So, Zoya has done a beautiful job of juxtaposing both and putting a colon in it. So, जो थोड़े बहुत यहाँ साइड से ग्रे हो गए हैं, जोगिंदर साहब और मैं अपने इन दोनों का मैं उनके बिहाफ पे भी बोल सकता हूँ और अपने बिहाफ पे भी बोल सकता हूँ और कोई की रिस्क नहीं लूँगा. तो we read English with the help of Wren and Martin. ठीक है, तो ये कोलन वाला चक्कर है. एंड ये ग्रे वाले ना इनमें एक और खासियत है. I'll tell you a story which I think these grey people or turning grey will relate to. Some of you all, the ones like this gentleman in the blue t-shirt, he may not relate to. So क्या होता था, क्या होता है अभी is we are asked by our CEOs at home कि भाई आज सब्जी लियो, आज संडे है, you have to go marketing and get some vegetables. Being the CFO in the house, what do? CEO का order है, tell you आई, पैसे रखे, चल दिए मार्केट. And being the value-driven, conscious CFO, बड़ी सबसे I have negotiated with everyone and I bring home the vegetables. What does the CEO say? She opens the bag. What does she say? What have you got? These are vegetables, no? ये परवल है, ये करेला है, ये परवल सूखी है. I got such a good value. यार मेरी किस्मत फूटी है कि मैंने तुमको बोला करने. If we continue, large part of people are already on the journey, but if we continue to be value-driven CFOs, our CEOs will, break their head, because like the CFO at home, we had no clue what was the business that we were in. We were driving value without understanding the business. We drove the value, but तो करेला कैसा होना चाहिए या परवल कैसी होनी चाहिए, सूखी है कितने बड़ी होनी चाहिए, धंधा कैसे होता है. If you don't understand that, you'll just be driving value, and जो value drive भी किया ना, that'll go down the tube. So, if you draw a parallel, so there are three things which we struggled, or which this husband struggled with, or which I struggled with. He struggled with the fact that he believed that he was driving value, but he did not understand what the business was. He possibly, in his need to drive value, he went to the wrong market. We are not talking of, and that's why I kept you out. We're not talking of Blinkit and Amazon Fresh. We're talking of people who would physically go and buy vegetables. So he went to the wrong market because his strategic thinking wasn't there. He did not understand which market to go to get the good karela or a good parval. Right? And lastly, in his need to drive value, what did he do? He possibly went, he did not have a good eye for people. So जो बेच रहा था ना मंडी में, he went to the wrong guy. He saw someone who will haggle with him, or he went to a person who he could browbeat into giving him at a cheaper price, at the cheapest price. He did not have an eye for people. So, by now you all must have gathered that they're just, in my opinion, and these are whatever I'm telling you is not basis any textbook gyan. It is basis my experience and what I believe. Okay, so I'm sharing my experience with you. So the most important thing, the three most important things for CFO a modern CFO to understand, to drive a growth mindset, or for a growth mindset to be driven in a company, the modern CFO needs to understand the business, needs to understand strategic decision making, and needs to understand people. But the beauty of this is, the best part of this whole story is all these things which I'm telling you are not new. A lot of people are waxed eloquent about business partnering, understanding business, understanding dhanda, or strategic decision making, or data driven CFO. Okay, or obviously the last piece, the need to know people. But do we really understand that? I don't know. I struggled for a few years. When I was on this journey, I struggled for a few years. So I'm going to share with you what I just jotted down on a piece of paper for myself, my learnings of what each of these things mean. So this mindset, this whole changing growth mindset is actually redefining this modern CFO. Okay, it's not necessarily that what we are doing is bad. It's absolutely crucial. So what are we doing? We are basically doing financial stewardship, risk management, and regulatory compliance. Broad three themes. Okay. No one is saying walk away from these. I'm not saying for sure. I'm saying these are this platform. Jiske bina I'm not standing. Correct? I won't be standing if I didn't have the platform. So similarly, these three are the foundation of your core job. We have to evolve beyond that. So let's understand that if we keep those three broad pillars which I spoke of, business partnering, strategic decision making, and people, if we keep those three broad pillars in mind, if we get a little more detailed into what it means for to hit those three pillars, let's see. The first I would say is what I call strategic leadership. So what do you mean by that? So basically, as I said, you have to step out of the boardroom, back office into the boardroom, right? You're no longer walking with a stiff upper lip like a lot of the Brits who ruled us, okay, many years ago. So we have to be more visible. We have to understand the business, what kind of business are we in, and when you understand the business, you can understand the market that you operate in, what are your strengths, and what is the competitive landscape. If you understand these three, your ability to take a strategic decision vis-a-vis your business is so much easier. The moment you start taking strategic decisions, and I'm not saying every decision that you will take has to be bang on. If you take 10, possibly 1 or 2 will go wrong, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, but you have to start doing it. You have to start that journey today, because no one has understood any industry 100%. Your CEO also does not understand the industry, otherwise he would have killed competition, right? If you understood everything that was there to be understood about an industry, competition hota hi nahi. Monopoly, duopoly and oligopoly ho hi nahi sakta, because it's not possible, because you understood the industry so well, right? So all you need to do is to start this journey somewhere and then see how it evaluate yourself. It's a constant evaluation that you are doing. The more you evaluate yourself, the more you understand your business. It's a virtuous cycle. The more you will start taking better decisions. So that's one. Transformation tomorrow will be something else. So what is the mindset you need to inculcate? Because you see, the biggest problem a human being faces is to unlearn and relearn. एक बार आपने अपने दिमाग में लगा लिया कि it's only digital transformation, then it will be so difficult for you to again unlearn and relearn after 5 years when something new happens. Okay, so I put it under the garb of innovation. In my opinion, today for the next 5-10 years, possibly digital transformation is here to stay. No one is saying that. So, digital transformation is under innovation as far as I am concerned. The other thing which people sometimes miss, and I have learned the hard way, is process innovation. CFOs can't say, "Yeah, मैंने तो shared services बना दिया, and I got my team to write all the finance processes that were there to run a good shared services." Either in-house or I kind of outsource it. Even if you outsource it, you give them a SOP, right? You have to own it. So what am I trying to say here? Through processes, non-financial processes, if you get into, it is only an enabler for you to hit point 1 of understanding your business. Okay, and also it helps you the value. When they see you adding value to their business, they will embrace you as opposed to seeing you, management aa gaya to interfere in my business. So those are the two benefits you will get if you foster a innovative mindset, so that you can drive both digital and non-digital transformation. Third, if you have got into the business, you have transformed the business, you have understood competitive landscape, what are you doing? You have gone ahead and agglomerated a business understanding, and through digital transformation, process innovation, you have agglomerated your own internal data. Now you understand the market, you have market data, and on the other side you have your internal data. And you have a market understanding here. This triangle, you need to triangulate and make sense. The two data points and your own gray cells that you have. When you triangulate this, what becomes is your insights. Because this is a discrete data, this is a discrete data, and this is a discrete data. You have triangulated it and you have created an insight which will help you to take decisions. And then it brings us to the second point of strategic decision making. When you have understood that this decision is important, take it, take ownership. Most of the CFOs, we sometimes become guilty of saying, "Yeah, it's the finance ka tha, I am owning it." That's not how it should be. If you are wanting to be a business partner or co-pilot, whenever you see a problem, own that problem, whether it is finance or non-finance. Doesn't matter. Just own the problem and become accountable for it and drive through there. The fourth point, which is I personally believe that is going to really change. I could have clubbed it under innovation, okay? I'm being honest with you. I could have clubbed it. But it's a big call out in today's day and age. Okay? I didn't want to wear this today. But I thought about Zoya and I said, I need to wear this. So she'll think, yeah, so I had to wear this. But why did I want to wear it? Because it's 15 outside. So I really want to, I called it out separately for the simple reason that ESG today is becoming absolutely right there. And it's not about a fad also. This is my personal belief. Okay, that's not a fad. We can really drive value out of ESG. you need to understand ESG. So I'll give you an example. Given this example to Joginderji a little while, a few months back. You know, sometimes we say, I'm going to move to EV. Okay? EV vehicles are very good. But you need to understand the whole game. EV, you are replacing fossil fuel with electricity. Now, how is electricity being generated? Are these coal-fired thermal plants? Then it's still fossil fuel, right? You increasing the consumption of electricity of fossil fuels. So what if you done properly, it will add value to the business and it will make your business sustainable. That's the short-term benefit. For the medium-term benefit, a lot of stakeholders, it's a good thing to be marketing. And lastly, it will give you sources of lower cost of capital. It's a good thing to do, while it makes you, this planet and us sustainable. That's why I didn't club it under innovation, because it is a big one. And lastly, people. First, it's like you go to the wrong vendor in this puzzle episode, and you believe you've cracked a deal. Outcome kya hua? All those vegetables were thrown into the drain. It was a lot of crap. And CFOs by nature, most of us, and I'm not belittling, most of us in this or whoever are CFOs are chartered accountants. सबसे पहले क्या सिखाया जाता है? गलती खोजो यार. That's true, no? Audit करते हो, 3 years of article class. What do? You try to find fault. You're conditioned to find fault. By nature or through our training, we are negative. So neither do we see anything positive, nor can we appreciate positivity. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying by and large. Nor are we good marketers of good things, including ourselves. We are also good human beings, right? Each one of us. Can we market ourselves as well as, let's say, a person with any other degree? Maybe the answer is no. Maybe. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself. I was a very poor marketer. Yeah, ये तो करना ही कर दिया. But I would never talk about it. I've learned over the years that you also need to करके कम से कम market करो. बिना करे मत करना. That's another story. Okay. So you have to be a little people friendly, understand people, and motivate everyone, not just your teams. Some of us may be doing a fantastic job of leading and becoming good leaders of finance teams. You have to become a leader of people, not finance people. Which means whatever, if you're not a people leader, become one. Start with your finance team, but then ultimately you need to graduate to becoming a leader of people. Because once the people see you as a leader, no, believe me, hygiene, paisa hygiene. Today, the other thing that drives people is purpose. If they see you as a leader, they'll follow your purpose. I'm assuming that the money is taken care of. Okay? And you must drive them, help them. If they are falling short on any skills, don't say, yeah, he's useless, throw him out. Give him a chance. Try to improve his skills. Speak to him. Motivate him. Or him in the new agenda. Okay? And drive people so that they work for you as opposed to they're working for money or whatever it is. Yeah, so Zoya, thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.